Sekarang kita ada di Arizona, tepatnya di depan Grand Canyon. Dan aku ngelihat ada bus bener-bener gede banget. Nah, ini kayak bus sekolah, percis banget kayak bus sekolah. Aku gila, ini aku boleh gak ya sebenarnya ngobrol sama mereka? Aduh, aku gak kenal sama mereka nih. Coba kita coba orangnya. Banget ya. Coba ya, kita ketok dulu ya. Hey guys!
How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Good. What are you doing here?
I met at Sedona, and now we met again in the Grand Canyon, right? It's meant to be, right, guys?
It is meant
He
to
keeps
be.
stealing all our campsites.
Guys, I want to
Let's
tell
go.
all my friends in Indonesia how's inside of the bus. You guys okay with it?
Yeah.
You good with it? You want to come and check it out?
Let's go! Oke, kita masuk ke dalam busnya ini. Oke.
Oh, and the dog's gonna
All right. Hi. Is the name?
This is
Denali?
Denali.
Yeah.
Yep, we got Denali at Schoolie Palooza.
How old he is?
He is, what, 5 months?
Almost 5 months, yep.
Yep,
5
5
months?
months old. So nothing like 4 kids and a dog and a cat on a bus. So.
Oh my goodness.
So we're the Hocking family. Jim, this is Kara. We also have 4 kids aged 5 through 13. As she mentioned, a dog and a cat. And
Hocking Adventure
this
Bus.
is the Hocking Adventure Bus. That's what I was going to say.
And we're gonna start a little tour from Kira.
Right, yeah, quick little tour. So we've got double sink with 4 kids, 6 humans. We have a lot of dishes, so this has been great for our family. We have our stove and our oven that we
Oops. Oops.
and shove everything in there and hide all of it. So.
Oh wow.
Full-size washer and dryer, which is like one of the craziest things that people talk about, but it's been so convenient that we have everything right here on board all the time. So
Oh yeah.
great.
How about this on top?
On top we have our blender and our Instant Pot. We run off solar. We have a 3150 watt solar system, so we can run all of this and our laundry without issue. So it's been pretty awesome. Lots of spices, extra storage, mason jars for our smoothies, banana hammock for our produce.
Wow.
We got slide out pantry here. Yep, with our mason jars, rice, beans, spices, all sorts of cooking stuff. Bathroom, very important in a bus. So we have a sink with a composting Nature's Head toilet.
Here's the game.
All right, then over on this side, we have our shower, which also serves as storage. Yeah, most recently, we got to get a new dog bed, but we had to come up with a dog solution. So this is the new dog kennel. That's why there's a baby gate on there.
All right.
And then we have 4 kids. I'll turn on the light back here.
Beckett. All right.
Amaya, will you say
How
hi?
about this?
There's Amaya.
Hi. What's your name?
Amaya.
Amaya. All right.
What do we got here?
We got here.
Can you say your name?
Can you tell us what name?
Silly Hendrix. Silly Hendrix.
All right.
Yep.
There we go.
Who are you?
What is your name?
Stellan.
Stellan.
Stellan, they have 4 beds right here.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
they each have
God.
their own space, have their own cubbies, outlets. Their drawers are under here, so all their clothing storage is underneath
Yeah.
for each kid, which has been great.
Nice. There's a master bed.
Yes. And then our
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we
Yeah.
love this space. Everybody wants to hang out in this space. You can go. The bed lifts up, and there's storage here, and then we also have storage on both sides.
Yep, so this is a 2005 Thomas school bus. It's got a Cat 7 engine in it. It's a diesel pusher, so the engine is actually in the back of the bus. It's got about 100, almost just under 200,000 miles on it. We put about 15,000 miles on it since we got it. And this bus actually we bought it already converted, so.
Yep, so we had searched, we thought about doing our own bus conversion, but being that we have 4 kids and our life was really busy, we felt like the best opportunity for us to get on the road the quickest was to find a bus already converted. So we kind of lucked out. We had searched for a long time and found a family in Salt Lake City, Utah that was selling the conversion. They'd only had it a month, and so we did some changes to the inside. We repainted and I don't know, made it ours, redid curtains and decor and a lot of things to make it ours. It used to be blue, the whole thing, but yeah, but it really helped get us started quicker just by having something that was already converted.
Yeah, so we always have loved to be outside and we've loved to camp and we've loved to travel. Our lives were crazy back home. We're that typical suburban United States family. We have 4 kids, all of them were in a lot of sports. I worked a lot of long hours. I traveled a lot. And we were just seeing all of a sudden one day that time was flying by, and our daughter is 13 now. She was 12 at the time, and we just kind of looked and we said, gosh, wouldn't it be great if we could do a trip like this around the United States and see everything, why our family's still young and together, and why we can still have the energy and everything to do it. So we decided, ultimately, that was the main reason we decided to choose this lifestyle. We wanted to go have an adventure as a family, really spend some time together, and almost take like a mini retirement where we could just focus on our family versus me and Kara waiting until we were 65 years old and we couldn't do the things that we can do today, and we still had our kids that would want to come with us now versus being grown and moved away. So that was kind of what really made us choose this lifestyle. I don't know if you have anything else to add to it.
Oh, I would just say realizing life's precious, time with your kids is so precious, and why wait until we're old and retired to take this trip? We would rather do it right now when we have our kids and we can experience the United States as a family. So it's just been incredible.
Yeah. And one other thing to add is we had a lot of stuff, and a lot of people that we knew in our families we knew had a lot of stuff, and we realized that stuff, it didn't really make us happy. It cost a lot of money, and we thought, what if we could get rid of all that stuff that didn't matter to us anyway, live a simpler life that was more together, and we had a lot more quality time together. So ultimately, getting rid of that stuff and living simpler was another reason we made this choice. So
we have been on the road for 9 months in this bus. Yeah, we started in Iowa and went up to a schoolie event. So there's a big community of schoolie people that convert buses and travel in these buses. So we actually started up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, went to an event, met all these cool people living a similar lifestyle to us, and that was where it all started.
Yep, so there is currently 6 humans and 2 animals living in this bus. So it's me and Kara. We have a 13-year-old daughter, and then we have 3 boys, a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old. We have a 5-month-old puppy named Denali that we added to the bus while we were on the trip, and then we also have a cat named Gemma that has been with us on the trip the whole time. So we are packed into this small space, but we still live pretty comfortably.
So one thing I would say about living in a bus and doing this lifestyle is that you have some of the highest highs in this lifestyle, some of the most incredible experiences, the places that you go, but then you also have the lowest of the lows because it's easy, things go wrong, bus problems. We were broke down for 2 months. Had to replace our transmission and do some other work on the bus. So you realize, gosh, when I get to take my kids and go to the Grand Canyon or go check out Sedona or go to Glacier National Park, meet people, meet friends, those are some of the highest highs on the road. So it's such you're going to get some of the best, but I think you're going to get some of the worst just because of the situation that you're in.
I'd add the highs way outweigh the lows. I mean, the lows are tough. We've been stuck before. We've been broke down before. Those are tough things to do, but the experiences we've had, and I think this is our 89th backyard that we've had since we left. So all the different places we get to wake up and look at and learn about just totally outweigh the few issues we've had on the road.
Absolutely. Yep.
So first, how do we find a place to park? So we're fortunate in that we actually tow a vehicle with us. So when we try to park, we have some friends that have buses that all they have is a bus, so they have to take it everywhere. We're lucky in that we can find spots to park the bus like we have today. We look for boondocking spots on some different apps. If we're going to get groceries, usually we'll park the bus and then take the car. But if we have to take the bus to a grocery store, we just look for big parking lots that can fit us, because we take up about 6-7 parking spaces if we try to park in a parking lot. So we just have to be, and we've gotten a lot better at it since we've been on the road, but we try to be really strategic and looking at where we're going to park first. And again, the goal is find a spot we can place the bus and kind of set up camp for a few days, and then we have the car to take us wherever we're going. So
yeah, we have to plan ahead is what I would say. If you're in a van or in something small, you can find a place anywhere. But for us, especially if we're going into a town, we have to plan ahead. We can't just take off and expect that we're going to find a spot for the night or whatever. So
yeah, and we do, I guess, and you asked us, we typically, and so far in this trip, we've stayed away from cities. So we try to stay, at least with the bus, we have to drive through cities, but we try not to actually stay in cities, just because it's a lot harder to park in a city than it is out like where we are now. So I'd say it works pretty well for us, though. Yeah. That what we found. So
yeah, so the kids, when we took off from Iowa and we were planning this trip, it was tough for them. That was a big transition, thinking about leaving their friends and their sports and everything that was familiar to them. And that was why we initially only committed to a year. But they reached that point where the things they say now are, we enjoy the families that we meet on the road more than we enjoy being at home. We enjoy doing school on the road more than we did at home. So now they've completely embraced this. They don't want to go back. They don't see themselves going back to a regular lifestyle, living in a house, going to school. I feel like once you've experienced this new freedom and these new experiences, you don't want to go back. So at this point, that's how they're feeling, and we're just gonna roll with it. So I always tell people is do it. It's scary and it's intimidating, but find a way. There were so many unknowns for us when we sold our house, sold all of our things. We didn't know what we were getting into. I mean, if you really think about it, it's scary, but we knew, and we were set in our head that we were gonna make this work, because what we were seeing was the lifestyle we wanted. And so you got to take a leap of faith, and you just have to try something new, as hard as that can be.
So that's the biggest thing, is just making the decision to actually commit to it. The other thing I'd say is just plan it a little bit, budget it out. Say, okay, here's all my bills at home. If I wanted to drive in a van or in a bus or in a camper or anything, there's all kinds of different ways to travel and see things. You just kind of got to lay out your budget and say, what can I do? Can you work from the road? What would that look like? What's my connectivity look like? But just kind of plan things out, how it could look. And then I'd say be ready to expect the unexpected, because we have, I think one of the words we've learned on the bus is adaptability. We have to adapt to the situation we're in, and the better we are at adapting, the better the experience has really been. So that'd be my 2 things.
Guys, mereka mau banget untuk aku interview dan mereka baik banget. Guys, thank you guys so very much. I hope you guys doing okay, safe on the trip, and everything's wish you guys the best.
Yeah. You too, safe travels.
Absolutely.
On the road.
Bye bye Indonesia.
Bye bye Indonesia.
Yay!